The Highlands and Islands of Scotland are probably some of the most beautiful places on earth. Millions of people come to our country to visit some of the amazing landscapes, the hills, the beautiful towns and villages dotted all around our country.
The island's beautiful, the scenery is fantastic. The people are just as good as the scenery. They're all very, very welcoming. My name is Jason Cruikshank. I was born in Perth. I lived there till I was about 24, 25 years old. I'd lost a couple of family members. I'd started using drugs, started drinking almost every day. My life just started sort of going downhill very quickly. I had the opportunity to come up to stay with Mez and Miriam. I got saved while I was up here on my first visit, and I'm starting to really enjoy my life with Jesus in it. Beforehand, I had no sort of knowledge of the Bible, or I didn't really care about it, to be honest. And now I'm doing my Bible every day. I'm doing my studies, going to church, I'm going to my services. I've only been a saved Christian now for a little over a month. But in that time, I feel like I've learned so much. I mean, I understand He died for us on the cross for our sins. And I used to always think that somebody like me couldn't be saved. But anybody can be saved if they're willing to commit to Jesus and to God. Jesus has brought a lot of light into my life that beforehand was just pure darkness.
It's very difficult in the face of all of that obvious beauty to see behind to some of the spiritual needs. People get very easily confused into thinking that all is well, that life is somehow perfect, that the people who live here suffer less or have less social problems than in our inner city communities, and that couldn't be further from the truth. The islands and the Highlands, we have almost exactly the same social issues, mental health problems, depression off the scale, suicide is far too common. We have addictions, particularly alcoholism, and a whole raft of other problems. Behind all this beauty is a lot of brokenness. We at 20 Schemes decided that we need to put more of a focus on rural Scotland.
This area, which is an area of significant gospel need, as is the rest of the Highlands and Islands of Scotland. In 2016, it became clear that there was a need for a strong gospel preaching church. It's been a slow work. We've been praying hard. The Lord would send folks to come and join and help the ministry. We were able to establish a connection with 20 Schemes ministry. Been able to establish an outreach we now call Soup Group. We basically share a bowl of soup first off, and then a cup of tea, and then start playing games together with folks in the community. And that's been a great joy to us as a fellowship to interact with folks and have fun with them. I hope it's also been a great joy for them. Certainly the levels of laughter and raucous competition in the games would give you a clear hint that it's popular.
Of course, we know that the biggest problem that people face in the world, whether they live in a picturesque town in the Highlands of Scotland, whether they live in one of our more inner city communities, is that they are lost. They're lost in their sin, under the wrath of God, and they need to know and understand and accept the good news of Jesus Christ. And my family and I decided to leave the safety of inner city scheme to move to what we would regard as the wild west of Orkney. There's a small group of islands off the north coast of Scotland. It was certainly a surprise to many people when we made this step. It's certainly a surprise to us that we have ended up here. But we feel strongly that we want to shine a light on the needs of rural Scotland so that we can see local churches and healthy churches flourish across the Highlands and Islands of Scotland once again.